All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down at Rule Well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I was going to do a short in transit lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And this video is going to be concerning a famine. All right, no food and nothing to eat and nothing to drink. All right, which the Lord said that one of the punishments that He has for the wicked of our people, all right, is when He brings the famine upon the land, this land being Babylon the Great, and not just here globally. The Lord said that people are going to starve to death. They're going to starve to death. Like it says in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, it speaks about spoiling one another's houses for the lack of bread and water, roughly paraphrasing. All right, meaning once the 4 storehouses are found empty, like it says in 2 Ezra, the 6th chapter and the 22nd verse, then people are going to resort to breaking into people's houses, their neighbors or friends' houses, to get what they got. And when they're all out of food, all right, then they're going to turn to for a while they might go eat grass or eat leaves or whatever, but eventually, the people in America has a taste for flesh. They like to eat meat, and like the scriptures tell us that they're gonna drink their own flesh, eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood. Meaning they're gonna eat their kids, they're gonna eat their neighbors, different family members, so on and so forth. That's how bad it's gonna get. And we see, through the Spirit, the Most High preparing the famine. All right, rather it's the bird flu, all right, which a lot of chickens and cattle are being killed. Rather it's a plant, just mysterious, a food plant or food processing plant, mysteriously just blowing up or catching on fire. All right, rather it's a storm, a bad thunderstorm, a tornado or a blizzard or whatever comes through and destroys the crops. All right, or a drought comes, extreme heat, and it destroys the crops. We see here in Babylon the Great, we see the Most High preparing the famine. All right, and one of the main things the Lord promised to His servants, because the most important thing in that day is going to be what? Eating. Make sure you eat. You and your family eat. It's not going to matter how big your house is, how fast your car is, how nice and fast your car is. It's not going to matter about bills or whatever. All right, none of that's going to matter. The only thing that's going to matter in that day is people eating, is you eating. That's why, again, going back and quoting 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, the Lord said that they're going to destroy one another's houses, and it's going to be because of the lack of bread and water. It's going to be great tribulations. All right, so a famine is, serious. I know I'm preaching to the choir, all right, but, to a new listener, if this runs across goes into the ears of a new listener, all right, a famine is serious. Lord wills, brothers, can see on the screen, I got a definition for famine. Let's see if it'll play. Okay, so it says famine, an extreme scarcity of food. A drought could result in a famine throughout the region. All right, so we're run with scarcity of food and similar words, food shortages. And that's what's coming to Babylon the Great. All right, and also on top of that, you got these major retailers like Walmart and certain other ones, the other stores that a lot of people go to buy their food or whatever, shutting down. All right, so that's creating more of a famine, because that's one less place to shop is one less place to get food, basically. All right, so we see the Most High preparing the famine, man. All right, and it's going to be an extreme event that's going to happen. Just speaking as a man, but you can feel it through the Spirit. An extreme event is going to happen that Esau is going to say, the claim is going on, and it's going to cause the people to bum rush the stores and empty these grocery stores out quick. That's why the scriptures say in 2nd Ezra 6:22, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. All right, so suddenly means, basically out of nowhere, quickly. Before you know it, all the food will be gone. All right, because like the elders have spoken about before, there's only 3 days worth of groceries, 3 days supply worth of food in these grocery stores, or something like that. All right, so this is serious, man. And again, that's why the Lord spoke about his servants eating. The Lord promised that his servants are going to eat, because again, that's going to be the most important thing in that day, that you and your family, your woman, your kids, your children, your woman, or whatever, all right, eating that day. It's going to be the most important thing. It's not going to be about who the nicest clothes, who got the nicest house, who got the nicest car in their driveway. It's not going to be about none of that. All thing it's going to be about is you eating or not. And the Lord said only his servants are going to eat in that day. All right. Let's get this real quick. This Lamentations chapter 4 verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they which are slain with hunger. Right. So it's better to get your head, which the modern day sword today is the gun. So it's better for you to get your head blown off with an assault rifle, or get your heart pierced, all right, or shot or whatever, by shotgun or a 9mm or whatever. It's better for that to happen to you and getting put to death than you starving to death. All right, you better off getting shot in the head or something like that than starving to death. But that's a gruesome, painful death, and the Lord has prepared that for a great number of our people. All right, but these pines are way stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. All right, and the people are going to want the fruits of the field. All right, meaning they're going to want something to eat. But again, there's going to be nothing out there to eat, man. All right, because again, these stores are going to be empty, and after you take what your neighbors got, after you steal from what your neighbors got, if you're lucky to even overcome them, all right, and they don't overcome you and take what you got, all right, then again, they might eat leaves or whatever for a while, eat dirt, but then eventually, again, the people in Babylon, this is one of the most, if not the most obese country in the world. And that don't come from eating fruits and vegetables. That comes from eating meat. So the people in America have an extreme taste for meat. And again, once all the meat is gone, what are they going to do? They're going to eat their own flesh and drink their own blood, meaning eat their kids, eat their children, their family members, their husband, or whatever. All right? It's going to happen, man. It's in the scriptures. All right? Can't point one thing in the scriptures out. A former prophecy. All the former prophecies come to pass. And all the new prophecies are going to come to pass. All right? So it's going to happen, whether you would like it or accept it or not. Like the Lord said, what is something not believe? Should the unbelief make the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the paraphrasing, without effect? Yahweh forbid. All right? So it don't matter if you believe or not. It's going to happen. All right? You can try to stop your ears and shut your eyes all you want and act like it ain't going to happen. But it's going to happen, man. All right? And when it happens, you should want to be on the right side of the fence, and that's the on the right side, the right hand side of Yahweh. This is Isaiah chapter 42 verse 1. Behold, my servant whom I uphold, The Lord said He's going to uphold His elect, meaning one of the ways He's going to uphold us, besides keeping our mind stable, is feeding us. All right, Lord willing, I'm of that number, feeding them. All right. I uphold my elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I put my spirit upon him, and he should bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Right. So the Lord said His servant, who he is going to uphold. So the Lord is going to uphold His servants. He's going to make sure His servants have everything, which is the elect. Make sure they have everything they need to survive this. All right. Make sure they eat. Make sure they eat, and their loved ones eat. All right. Where I was going? Oh yeah. Isaiah chapter 65. Because again, one of the main things the Lord said, He promised us that His servants will eat. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. But thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants. So who's the servants? The elect, like we just read in Isaiah, the 42nd chapter. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye should be hungry. Who's the he that's going to be hungry? The 2/3. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye should be thirsty. You should be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice. Slacking, I read it slacking. My servants shall drink, but ye should be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye should be ashamed. Right? My servants shall rejoice, but ye should be ashamed. All right? Because when the Lord's elect, when this goes down, the Lord's elect going to be rejoicing. Because they know and understand that this is something that had to come to pass. All right? All right? That's a step closer to the kingdom of heaven. All right? Once this comes to pass, an extreme famine in the land of Babylon the Great, which is coming. All right? So again, the Lord said that his servants will eat. All right? And if you're the elect, all right, the Lord has guaranteed you to eat. But the 2/3, the Lord said you're going to be hungry. All right, so famine, again, I don't beat you to the choir here, but again, one of the judgments the Most High has prepared for this place is a famine, a lack of bread, and a lack of food, and a lack of something to drink. All right, so that's why it's important to get down with this truth, man. You want to make sure you eating that day, you got to get down with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. All right? As the Lord said, the rest of his people are going to starve to death. And you don't want it, like we read in Lamentations 4:9, it's better for you to die, get your head blown off by an assault rifle or whatever, than for you to die of hunger. That's a slow, painful death. All right? Ask them Hamites. All right? Ask them Hamites you used to see on TV, they play them from time to time, laying out in the sun, that hot-ass sun, in the land at home, or hot, you know, the land that hot-ass land, lying out in the desert, all right? Ribs showing, cheekbones showing, all right? Skin and bones, legs laid out in the middle of the sun, all right, waiting to die, starving to death. And you see the buzzards sitting there waiting to get their daily bread. All right. So if you don't want to be living like that, man, then you better get on the right side of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. If the Lord, if this word has a place in your heart. If not, then the Most High is going to destroy you. You're gonna starve to death. Then the Lord can bring you back and then let you eat a missile. All right. But with that, I pray this translation was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakah Kodash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you brothers that push the truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.